There are 31 nights till Halloween, which means these are the 31 nights to watch horror films. This is 31 Nights of Halloween.
Here's Johnny!
The Shining is one of the greatest, scariest films ever made. And I say scariest because I don't really know how to say horror. I can't really say horror. The movie's about this guy named Jack Torrance, a former teacher, an aspiring writer, and a recovering alcoholic that has just secured a seasonal position as the caretaker of the Overlook Hotel. It seems like a great job. You get to spend all winter snowed in this big hotel with all the food you can eat. You're also getting free room and board and also the peace and quiet you need to finish your manuscript. You also get to bring your wife and your kid with you so you don't feel alone. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, yes, well, the hotel's haunted, or shines, as Dick Halloran tells Danny later on in the movie, or in the middle way through the movie. Sometimes people shine and sometimes places shine. And Danny and Dick, they shine because they have special abilities, and the hotel has special abilities to keep spirits locked in there once they die there, I guess. As we hear earlier on in the film, when Jack's taking the job, they tell him that the last caretaker murdered his wife and his 2 daughters, and then Danny gets to see this happen. See, Danny talks to somebody named Tony, who he thinks is the person in the back of his throat. And he talks, but it's really somebody else that has the same ability as Danny. And it's telling him and warning him about this hotel and warning him about a room 237. When he asks Halloran about room 237, Halloran tells him you have no business going in there. You have nothing to worry about this hotel as long as you stay away from these things, and definitely stay away from that room. Well, what happens? Well, he's curious about that room because Tony told him, something's in that room. Something bad happened in that room. But something bad happened in this entire hotel. And as the film progresses, we see Jack's getting taken over by the hotel. And that's what the film is technically about. It's about this hotel that just manages to make this guy go crazy and then actually start drinking again and trying to kill his family. It's hard to explain this story because this story is really like a story about Stephen King. He went to the Stanley Hotel, I believe, and he's an alcoholic, or he was an alcoholic, and he thought he sensed things in the hotel. He felt like it was haunted. I don't think that hotel is actually haunted. So he decided to write a book. He wrote The Shining, and it was a great big bestseller, but it took a guy like Stanley Kubrick to take it and make it 100 times better as one of the scariest haunted films ever made. Jack Nicholson's performance is amazing. Shelley Duvall at the end, and knowing what she had to go through, that Stanley Kubrick told everybody in the crew and all the other actors to treat her horribly, and she was just miserable in that whole last scene of this, or the whole last act of the film. It's just incredible. And it's a great, great movie. And Stanley Kubrick is one of the best directors of all time. I mean, if it was not even this, you could say 2001: A Space Odyssey or Clockwork Orange, which is my favorite. So I tried to watch another one of his films, but I think Barry Lyndon, is that it? And I didn't really get it, or I don't know if I fell asleep. I don't know. I couldn't get it. But Stanley Kubrick, really, he has a style. I would say probably Clockwork Orange is my favorite of his films. But this is, 31 Nights of Halloween, and The Shining is one of the best fucking ghost stories ever told on film. So that is it for 31 Nights of Halloween. I hope you enjoyed this little series. If you missed any of them, there's a playlist you can find on my channel of all these movies, all there. And yeah, that's about it. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, check out the other videos on the playlist, and I will see you. I don't know if I'm going to do this next year, so I'll see you next time. Peace.